We live, sir.
Most High and Christ Shalom, Israel with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We've been on these streets since 1969 trying to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true culture and history. Okay, tonight we're going to get into the history of Jacob and Esau. We're going to get into the history of explaining why there's such a war between our two peoples and what it amounts to. Okay, when you got it, let me get Genesis 3:1.
Come on, Khan.
In order to talk about the history of Jacob and Esau, we need to know where they come from historically. Okay, where they come from. Read.
Come on, Khan. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Sister, you have it? Now the serpent was more subtle.
Con, everything to up? Oh. It's on? Testing. Yeah, I think I hear it now. Yeah, Con. All right. Salaki about the technical difficulty. Read what you got.
Come on, Khan. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Most High Power had made.
Now, meaning what? The serpent is not literal. The serpent's talking about an actual man, like a snake. Okay, what you learn inside the Christian church is a lie. The serpent is a man, and he was more subtle. He was smarter. He was craftier than any beast of the field. What does it mean by his craftiness? Legalese. Gentleman Hyman brought out how they always trick our people in these business deals when our brothers become rappers, so on and so forth. Right? That's being more subtle. That's you're not just a thief, you're a con man. Right? That's our oppressor. He's a con man. Keep going.
Come on, Khan. And he said unto the woman, yea, have the Most High said, he shall not eat of every tree of the garden.
Now, meaning what? This serpent, came to our mother Eve and tried to trick her, basically did trick her into going against her man, right? And that's what our oppressor is known for, right? Using women, taking out men to put women in charge to destroy societies. You can look this up historically, right? Now we're going to drop that. Everybody's familiar with this story, right? So we're going to drop that for Tom's sake. And we're going to get his punishment. 14.
Verse 14?
Yeah, Khan, verse 14.
Come on, Khan. Verse 14. And the Most High Power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle.
Thou art cursed above all cattle. Every beast on the earth, you're cursed above every last one of them. Keep going.
And above every beast of the field.
And above every beast of the field. Keep going.
Upon thy belly, upon thy belly shalt thou go.
Now, mind you, this isn't talking about anything literal because serpent is a lizard.
Right.
A serpent or a snake with hands and feet is a lizard. That's a gecko, right?
God.
So that's not a gecko's a reptile. It's not cattle. It's not a beast of the field. So that's how you know this isn't talking about literal animals, right? Meaning what? What does it mean when it says, upon thy belly shalt thou go? Keep going.
Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life.
What does that mean? Need some help? Khan.
Does that mean that is this talking about that in order for him to
I think you're there. Keep going.
In order for him to survive, he has to work. He has to put his hand to the plow.
No, not the plow. Because you're gonna find out he can't plow.
Khan.
So what is if he can't plow and he has to go down to the dirt? He has
In order for him to survive, he has to steal and murder.
He has to but give it to me so that you can understand, so that a person can understand the breakdown. He has to get low at the ground. He has to get down and you got to get down and
Beg?
No, he doesn't beg. A thief doesn't beg.
Right.
He has to get down and it's a saying.
Down and dirty?
Right. What do they say about you when you're a messed up person? You low down. What else do they say? You're cold-blooded.
Right.
Right? That's what it's talking about. 15.
Verse 15. And I will put enmity.
What?
And I will put enmity.
What?
And I will put enmity.
Look up the word enmity for me.
Okay.
What is enmity? Anyone want to give it a shot? Not you, obviously, since you're looking it up. What is enmity? Enmity. See if somebody online wants to try to give it a shot.
While
you look it up before you what's it called?
Yeah.
Okay. What's enmity?
Let me see if anybody's online first. Enmity.
No
one's online. Enmity.
Okay.
The state or feeling of being actively opposed or hostile.
What? The state or feeling of being what?
Actively opposed.
Actively opposed. It's always feeling like you're actively opposed. You will actively be opposed. Keep going on the definition.
Or hostile.
Or what?
Or hostile.
Unfriendly.
Hostile.
That's what hostile means.
To someone or something.
To someone or something. That's what this means. You're openly hostile to someone or something. What's up?
We have in the chat, Slaki, if I mispronounce your name, Jaime Teles said division.
Division? That's perfect. There'll be a division. There'll be strife. There'll be fighting. Right? So go back to 15. Read it from the top.
Verse 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman.
Right. Keep going.
And between thy seed and her seed.
Between what?
And between thy seed and her seed.
Between what?
Between thy seed and her seed.
And this is the birth of the struggle between Jacob and Esau. Our struggle started here when he put an enmity between us. God created you ask us why we hate white people. God created our hatred for white people.
Right.
Based off the white man's actions. Right? Now we're going to get into why he's white. Keep going.
And between Slakia, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
Right? And what does that mean? Meaning what? He'll bruise your head by burning down your CVS after you kill George Floyd. Keep going.
Verse 16. Unto the woman.
No, stop. Salakia, drop that. Give me verse 2. Actually, give me verse 2. Yeah, 4 and 1. Give me 4 and 1, Salakia.
Verse 4, chapter 4 and 1, sir?
Yeah, Khan.
Khan.
Give me chapter 4, verse 1. Give me all the time you need.
Genesis chapter 4, verse 1.
Right.
And Adam knew Eve, his wife.
And Adam knew Eve, his wife. Who? Read that from the top.
Come on, cut. And Adam knew Eve, his wife.
Read that again.
And Adam knew Eve, his wife.
Break that down for me, Shaul.
And Adam knew Eve, his wife, meaning that the word knew means that he had sex with his wife.
Okay, thank you. So we're clear on that part. Read it, keep reading.
Come on, God. And she conceived and bare Cain,
And she what?
And she conceived and bare Cain.
Do you know why I'm stressing this? Do you? No, I'm asking. This is a legitimate. Do you know or do you not?
The part where he has sex with his wife?
Yeah, why I'm stressing that whole thing. Are you familiar? Because they're idiots. You probably won't see them. They may not even exist anymore, but just in case you do. Adam is Cain's father, not the serpent. Eve did not have sex with the serpent. That's nowhere in the scriptures.
Right.
Like, I don't know if you've ever heard that, but I have a few times. That you're just stupid.
Con.
So now it's blatantly here who Cain's father is, right?
Right.
Okay, let's please move on.
Con. And bare Cain and said, I have gotten a man from the Most High.
Keep going.
Verse 2. And she again bare his brother Abel.
Right.
And Abel was a keeper of sheep.
And Abel was a keeper of sheep, right? Keep going. He was a shepherd.
But Cain was a tiller of the ground.
Okay, so Cain tilled the ground. So what is this saying about Cain? Cain was a farmer.
Con.
Right? So keep going.
Verse 3. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Most High.
So Cain tried to give God fruit, right? Give me the next part.
Verse 4. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, right, and of the fat thereof.
Right.
And the Most High had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
Right. So God liked Abel's offering, the firstlings of his flock. Right. Keep going.
Verse 5. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And
now, why did he not have respect for this? Khan.
Because Cain didn't give the Most High his best.
No, that has nothing to do with it. Khan.
Is this because through the seed line of Abel, the Most High was going to establish his chosen people?
Hell no. Abel died childless.
Khan. That's like you. Khan.
No idea. Sis. Cain had kids, but they died during the flood. None of his kids exist today. Technically. Khan. You got it?
I might be going off a beastie for people who may not understand.
Right.
But was it because Abel was the reincarnation of...
No. Well, it has nothing to do. It's something Cain did here. Yeah, Khan.
Before he killed his brother?
Yes. Why did God not respect his offering? Give me Romans 6:23.
Gonna want Khan. Get this, log you. Romans 6:23.
Damn, you could have used your what's it called? Because I'm gonna have you go back to Genesis real quick.
Romans chapter 6, verse 23.
Right.
For the wages of sin is death.
The wages of sin is what?
Death.
What?
Death.
So why did he not respect Cain's sacrifice? Cain's offering, sorry. Because it wasn't a sacrifice. Well, it was a sacrifice, but why was it not respected? Khan.
Okay, well, will it be because he knew he was going to kill his brother?
No, it had nothing to do with that.
Oh, Salakia.
Khan.
Okay. Adam was given the law.
Right.
So, therefore, he taught his sons that when you sin, you're not supposed to offer fruit unto the Most High.
You offer.
You offer a beast.
Right. Animals don't die.
Khan.
What does this remind you of?
Salakia, the one you say animals?
Oh, Salakia. Fruit doesn't die. Salakia. Fruit don't die.
Right.
Salakia, what does this remind you of? Remember, this is the so-called white man trying to give God fruit. Gentleman Hyman said this is one of my first classes. Let me see if you could. Thanks 60s. You heard me? Thanks 60s.
60s.
This is the origin of the so-called white man. No idea?
Nah.
Hippies.
God.
White people always love that healthy fruit. All that, what's it called? That's where they get this from. All that love and all, yeah, that's this. That's where they get all that from. Give me back to Genesis. Because we're gonna get this. Do I have to go into Nod or are we good?
Salaki, let me go back.
Yeah, Khan.
Still want to go on Genesis, the 4th chapter?
Yeah, Genesis, the 4th chapter, because we're going to get into why he is that color. Because the serpent and Cain were originally both black. They were melanated, right? We're going to get into how they became white, or what you would call red. Well, what you would call white. We know it to be red. We'll break that down too. Come on, try to be a little quick about this.
Salaki, I don't want to find me.
Yeah, Khan.
Can you repeat what you said? You said that the serpent was. You said the serpent.
He was also melanated. Yes,
Khan.
There were no white people before Cain.
Right. Khan.
The firstborn white person was Esau, and we're gonna break that down too.
God. This is Genesis chapter 4, verse 5. But unto Cain, to his offering, he had no respect.
But unto his offering, he had no respect. Right? He didn't respect Cain's offering. Keep going.
And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. Verse 6.
Okay, drop down. So he kills his brother. Give me 11.
God. Verse 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth,
right,
which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Right, keep going. This is the first recorded murder.
So like, I have a question.
Yeah.
Let's say like when the Israelite dies, Black, Hispanic, or Native North American Indian, whether it be from Esau's hands or whether it be from another brother or sister's hand, does that spirit cry to the Most High for the
injustice? Yes.
Con.
Why do you think? Yeah, you got to understand. We weren't stoning you because we love that brother so much. We're stoning you because the Most High loves that brother so much. He'll send a tornado through the town if we don't stone you.
God.
That's how it is. But keep going. You had another question?
La.
Okay, come on.
Verse 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Yeah, that's why they had to go into Africa, specifically asking for, we need this people that know how to grow rice and got our people. That's why we had to do all the heavy lifting inside of America, because God won't bless them.
God.
Remember, what's the holiday we just got finished celebrating? How did that start?
Mm.
I think it started with some starving white people who didn't know how to farm.
Right.
Keep reading.
You
know, at one point, the Gadites didn't know how to farm this land. They didn't die out. Interestingly enough.
God.
You ever realize that? The Gadites didn't die out. They found out how to live here.
Right.
The white man almost went extinct if we didn't give them food and water and teach them how to survive.
Right.
You know what they do? They go back and they kill their brother. Is any of this sounding familiar? Keep reading.
A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
What does that mean? We'll translate that into today. Jeremiah Hyman broke this down in class, I think last Thursday, if you watched it. Did you watch class Thursday? Or?
No.
Okay, you want to give it a shot or
A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
Translate that to today.
Meaning that he goes into every country and rape, rob, and steal, and everybody looks at him as a piece of
garbage. Looks at him as a fugitive and a vagabond.
Right.
You're just a thief. You're just a murderer. The Japanese aren't stupid.
Right.
The Chinese aren't stupid.
Right.
They remember imperialism. The East Indians remember that British soldiers used to take, back in the day, you used to have to salivate your bullets for whatever reason to make sure that it was lubricated to go inside the pistol or whatever. These bastards would stuff their Indian soldiers' bullets with beef, knowing that that's a sacred animal that they're not allowed to touch. The East Indians remember that. Keep going.
Verse 13. And Cain said unto the Most High, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
He's a coward. You kill your own brother, and now when it's time to face the punishment, you're afraid someone will kill you. Here, read.
Verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
Shall what?
Slay me.
He does all this killing, then wants to create nuclear weapons so that people do not slay
me.
Yeah, that's our oppressor. He causes all this death and all this destruction, and what's called is afraid of people killing him.
Right.
Right? He's a hypocrite. Keep going.
Verse 15. And the Most High said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Most High set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
That mark was Khan.
Can we talk about this mark, sir?
Khan.
Is this mark talking about total leprosy, or just a
No,
mark?
He's white now.
Khan.
He is white. You know why he's white, Khan?
If I may. So remember how the Most High made Miriam leprosy?
Khan, that was a bit different.
So how in this case did he turn leprous? Was it his children after him, or
no? God made him leprous.
Like this.
Yeah.
Same thing as Miriam.
Her leprosy wasn't. He made it turn them into a white man. He gave Miriam leprosy. It's the wrong person touch you. You're a white man. You're just white now, right? You're the wrong. Here's real leprosy. If the wrong person touched Miriam, she's losing a finger. His body will just be white. You understand? That's the difference. Now here's the part you really want to get. What is the whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. We're gonna get. Do you know it? I'll let you give it one shot and see if anyone online can. If y'all can break that down, this is Genesis 4 and 15. You think you got it?
Is it because
What
the
is this?
Most High fully wanted Cain and his seed to bear the punishment? So if somebody slays Cain, technically they won't be receiving the punishment that the Most High wants from Cain.
Yes, that's good enough. I'll take it. I'll take it. If anyone has a different answer or something similar, Khan. And then with that, we're going to go into the rest of this. Give me Genesis 25.
Gonna want card.
We're about to see where Cain comes from. We're about to see what happened afterwards. Give me 21, 25 and 21.
25 and 21. Gonna want
Try
card.
to be a little quick with it, Baba Kashar.
Gonna want card, sir. Genesis chapter 25 and 21.
Right,
And Isaac entreated the Most High for his wife
right.
because she was barren.
Because she was barren. Keep going.
And the Most High was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
And she ended up being able to carry. Keep going.
Verse 22. And the Most High, and the children struggled together within her.
And the children what?
Struggled together within her.
Keep going.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Why am I thus? Why am I having these pains? Keep going.
And she went to inquire of the Most High. Verse
Keep going.
23.
Right.
And the Most High said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
What?
2 nations are in thy womb.
This is racism. Keep going.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
He's separating. That's segregation. He's separating 2 different races of people in the Bible. Your pastor does not tell you this. Keep
Right.
going.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. Keep going.
And the elder, and the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder shall serve the younger. Keep going.
Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
And there were twins in her womb. So God is saying right now, the older one is going to be the servant of the younger one.
Right.
Right? So now we're finding out that there were twins in her womb. God did tell the truth. Keep going.
Verse 25. And the first came out red.
First came out what?
Red.
What?
Red.
Now, we're going to break down and show this is Cain, right? In the reincarnation, he's red now, right? That's the mark of Cain. Now, why is it red? Very simple, Khan.
He had no melanin.
Yes, but why did God say this should be your curse? Khan.
Because he killed his brother Abel.
So why is that the curse? What does he have to show for the rest of his life? Khan.
That he will be a fugitive.
No, that's not what he's showing for the rest of his life. Khan.
That he's a murderer.
No. Yes, but how? He'll have to show what? Who did he kill?
His brother Abel.
Which is his flesh and
blood.
What happens to white people when they get mad or get excited? They show their
flesh. Their pigment comes out.
Right, which is really just their
blood. Khan.
You think this is an accident? None of this is an accident. The UBK has the truth.
Right.
Like, okay, that's why they're like that. He is red all over like a hairy garment. Cain has returned to the earth. Right? Keep going.
All over like a hairy garment.
Now I said, translate what he said to today. So now we understand Cain is back. And I said, the punishment said, anybody that touches Cain will get it back 7-fold. What is that talking about? Translate it to today. It's very simple. Khan. You ready?
In today's term, well, the Most High is still not finished with punishing.
Yeah, so what does that mean? Not sure?
So that means that we still can't retaliate because
No, it's not really talking about us. Con.
so the most so basically he can't be touched because the Most High is setting him up for him to be destroyed.
That's exactly it.
Con.
Give him a hand. You're gonna get that later, but keep going.
Con. All over like a hairy garment.
Right.
And they called his name Esau.
Esau, Ishua, which means in Hebrew, he is wasted away.
Con.
Like that is literally his name. He is wasted away. Keep going.
Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
His hand took hold on Esau's heel. Keep going.
And his name was called Jacob.
Yaquab in the Hebrew. Keep going.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Keep going.
Verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. Meaning what? Esau, meaning what? Esau grew up to be a cat who basically wakes up every day saying, what's the next thing I can kill for my own personal benefit? That's Esau. Keep going.
A man of the field.
Keep going.
And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents.
Jacob just dealt with what he had. Whatever God provided for him, which was a lot because Isaac, his father, was rich. That's what Jacob dealt with. Jacob didn't go out of his house looking to kill people or animals. Right? Keep going.
Verse 28. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison.
Right.
But Rebekah loved Jacob.
Keep going.
Verse 29. And Jacob sowed pottage.
Right.
And Esau came from the field, and he was faint.
Keep going.
Verse
faint
30.
Meaning Esau was hungry, like about to faint.
God.
Keep going.
Verse 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage.
Right.
For I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
Edom. That's why he's called Edom, because he wanted to eat raw meat. What people are known for eating raw meat? Con.
The oppressors, so-called white people.
Right. Keep going.
Verse 31. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
So Jacob said, yes, sell me your birthright. Sell me your inheritance.
Right.
His inheritance, so we're clear, is basically God and rulership over the planet Earth. Right? His inheritance is God and rulership over the planet Earth. His inheritance is God and rulership over the planet Earth.
Right.
Keep reading.
Verse 32. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
If I'm about to die, what is that? How does owning God help me if I'm about to die?
Right.
He's only the God of life and death. How does that help me? He created all the animals. How does he help me when I don't have an animal to eat? He created all the vegetables. How can he help me when I don't have any vegetables to eat? This is Esau's mentality.
Right.
Right? That's why he destroys this planet, because he's that stupid. Keep going.
Verse 33. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob.
Yeah, that's how much he cares about God. That's what this verse is basically explaining.
Right.
This shows you he hates God.
Right.
our oppressor, for all that crap. Okay, don't let any of this crap fool you. It is a very disgusting thing to paint God as a naked white man reaching out to Adam or whatever, surrounded by. God does not want to see naked babies.
Right.
Where is that in the Bible? The angels are some scary ass creatures. Lion heads and ish.
Right.
Beast with you got his throne room is nothing but it has 3 animals in it. Beast with nothing but eyes. That's God. You want to surround him with naked white babies.
Right.
You hate God.
Right.
You don't see a prophet in doing what God says to do.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 34. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils.
Understand, that's why they mad. That's why they mad. And I'm going to say that again. That's why they're mad. They're mad. Your daddy sold me rulership over the planet for soup.
Right.
That's why they're mad. That's why they're mad, Kansas. Right. They're mad because they don't belong in rulership. Keep going.
And he did eat and drink and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright.
Esau despised his birthright. Esau hated what God had planned.
Right.
Because it wasn't his to begin with. Okay. So that's where it all comes from. Okay. We're not going to get into the blessing and the curses because we already pretty much know that. But we're going to get into a bit of the history of, because I might not be able to do it myself. We're going to do a bit of Hanukkah. First thing we need to do, though, is who's responsible for the burning of the temple, of Solomon's temple, the original temple? Anyone know? Who's responsible? Huh? You don't know? Give me first address 4 and 45.
First Ezra 4 and 45.
Con.
21 con.
Okay. I'm pulling this so we have a bit of a history of our history with the so-called white man throughout our history with him. Okay. Because who's responsible for the destruction of Judah? Huh?
Also,
First address in the Apocrypha, Salakia, yeah.
21 con.
Salakia says what you were gonna say something? No. Yes, but no. What people were responsible for the destruction of Judah during the time of Jeremiah? No. Who was responsible for our destruction in the time of Jeremiah? You should know this. What?
Persians.
No. Who? You have to just say it.
Persians?
No, not the Persians. Before the Persians. Who came before the Persians?
Assyrians?
No, not the Assyrians.
Con.
In between the Persians and the Assyrians. The Assyrians dealt with the northern kingdom. Who dealt with the southern kingdom? We're talking about Jeremiah. We're talking about Daniel, that time period. What time period was that?
Let me see. Slovakia. Okay. Slovakia. Babylonians?
Yes.
All right.
The Babylonians. Right? The Babylonians were responsible for destroying our people during the time of Jeremiah. Now read 1 and 45.
Hold on one card. First Ezra's chapter Slovakia. First Ezra's chapter 4, verse 45. Thou also hast vowed to build up the temple, which
Right.
the Edomites
Which the what?
Which the Edomites.
Which the what?
Edomites.
Which the what?
Edomites.
Keep going.
Burned.
Right.
Burned.
Keep going.
When Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees.
By the who?
Chaldees.
By the who?
Chaldees.
No, the Edomites.
Chaldees.
No, the Idumeans.
Chaldees.
The oppressor.
Chaldees.
The so-called white man.
Chaldees.
The Chaldees are the Babylonians.
God.
Give me now. Do you know what I want next?
So I just want to write something down.
Give me Psalms 137. Start at verse 1.
Psalms 137 and verse 1. Come on, Khan.
Still out. You start at verse 7.
Come on, Khan. Verse 7. So I can just get there. Psalms 137, verse 7.
Khan.
Psalms chapter 137, verse 7. Remember, O Most High Power, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, raise it.
Who said what?
Raise it, raise it.
Remember, read that from the top.
Remember, O Most High Power,
Right.
the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. What is this talking about?
It's talking about the destruction of the temple.
But what exactly?
Burn it down. Leave nothing of remembrance.
Okay, but what exactly is it talking about? Read it from the top.
Remember, O Most High Power, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
Remember, in the day. What's the day of Jerusalem? Start there.
The destruction of our holy city.
Okay, right. During who? During who?
You asking during the time?
Yeah, what time period? Right. What time period? Who destroyed the holy city at this time?
The Edomites?
No, not the Edomites.
Babylonians?
Right. But why is it saying, remember, O Lord, the Edomites, the children of Edom?
Salakia, it looks to me in this concept that the Edomites was egging them on.
Right. That's why they're the ones saying, tear it down, tear it down. They're seeing our city destroyed, and they're egging them on. It's like you hate East Indians, so you cheer on when they burn down the Taj Mahal.
Right.
Right? That's what that's talking about. Okay, now keep going.
Got one card. Even to the foundation thereof. Verse 8.
Right.
O daughter of Babylon.
Oh, what?
O daughter of Babylon.
Oh, what?
O daughter of Babylon.
Who's that? Who's so enthralled with Babylon? Khan. And we're going to get that. We're going to show how enthralled with Babylon they are in the next few weeks. Salakia, Bible, yeah, Khan. That'll be perfect. Christmas starts next week. We're in December already, so yeah. Who's the daughter of Babylon?
Daughter of Babylon will be the oppressor, the Edomites.
Right. Who else is there? Are they a child of? Spiritually, ye are Sodom and
Egypt.
Right. Why do they love these two places so much? Because these are two places that have.
They had the Lord's chosen people in slavery.
Right. Keep going.
Who ought to be destroyed.
Right. Keep going.
Happily shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
We're going to serve you deliciously.
That's right.
Right. And it'll be a happy, happy day. Keep going.
Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
Now, I'm bringing this out to bring out what? We didn't start this.
Right.
We have never started with these people. Right? I'm skipping over a lot of things. Skipping over the fact we were just walking as a family into our land and you thought it was a good idea to attack women and children.
Right.
I'm skipping over that part. Conscious. Right. Right. We didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
Brother stepped on a white woman's shoe. That's it. That's what that whole thing's about. Keep going.
Slack out of one. That was the
Oh, that was the end of it, right? Okay. Salaki, let me get that. Give me Genesis 34, I want to say.
Come on, card.
Hold up, let me just find it. 36, Salakia.
Got one card.
(36) and verse 43.
Got one card. Genesis.
Actually, give me verse 19.
Got one card.
Give me verse 19, Khan.
Genesis chapter 36, verse 19. These are the sons of Esau. Who?
Salakia, give me verse 8. Verse 8. Salakia.
Genesis chapter 36, verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Esau is who?
Edom.
Esau is who?
Edom.
Esau is who?
Edom.
Keep going.
Verse 9. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites.
The who?
The father of the Edomites.
The who?
The father of the Edomites.
So Esau is Edom, right? We're clear on that. Anytime you see Edom in the scriptures, where you're familiar, he's talking about the race that came from the man Esau.
Right.
Right? And anything that happened to Esau extends to them. You got idiots that'll say, no. God hated Esau.
Right.
So God don't love Jacob. So what makes Christ special? Crickets. You realize how stupid you sound, right? Jacob have I loved, meaning the race that came from Jacob. Esau have I hated, meaning the race that came from Esau. That's simple enough to understand, right?
Right.
Here's the truth. God is a racist.
Right.
That's it. Just embrace it. Keep going. Salaki, you got that's the end of verse 9, right? Keep going.
Father of the Edomites in Mount Seir.
And yeah, that you'll commonly find that. You will commonly find Mount Seir also being used to describe these people. Give me verse 43.
Come. Salaki, Mount Seir, we're talking about like the mountains.
No, not the Caucasus Mountain is in Europe. Mount Seir is in the Middle East.
God.
Look up Mount Seir. If we had time, I'd show you pictures. Matter of fact, if you have a minute, I'll ad-lib for a minute. Look up Mount Seir architecture on Google, but get this first.
Genesis chapter 36, verse 43. Duke, Magdiel,
right?
Duke, Iram,
right?
These be the dukes of Edom.
Right, dukes. His we're broken up into tribes. They're broken up into dukes. Keep going.
According to their habitations.
According to their habitations.
In the land of their possession.
In the land of their possession. Keep going.
He is Esau, the father of the Edomites.
He's the father of the Edomites. Right? He's the father of the Edomites. Keep going. Salaki, I know you got look up Mount Seir architecture. Okay, so now we're getting an understanding of how God feels about them, right? We're getting an understanding of how God sees these people. Khan, you see anything interesting?
I'm looking at right now.
Khan. Okay, next thing I'm going to have you pull up is Obadiah. We're going to do Obadiah. We're going to be a little quick about these. Okay. I might read this myself to get the ball rolling.
Slaki, I don't want. They're just showing pictures of like
Any of those look familiar?
Like castles.
Salakia, let me see what you got. Let me pull it up.
Mount Seir architecture.
Mount Seir architecture, yeah.
Oh, Salakia.
You see what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, Salakia. No, I spelled something. Misspelled something. Hold on.
Okay. Put it on the screen. Well, Salakia. S-E-I-R.
Khan, Salakia.
Huh?
All right, I see. Okay, I got one right now.
Khan. Let me see what you got. Okay, let me see if I can't get this for while I got him looking that up. Okay, so next place I'm gonna need you to go to after that is
you want me to
verse 2. You got put it on the screen for us, yeah.
You want me to share it? Khan.
Yeah, let me see what you got.
Salakia, I'll do it right now.
Khan. So this is Obadiah, the first chapter, well, only chapter, second verse. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart. Okay, what is that talking about? Why is he greatly despised? Because he's a fugitive and a vagabond. That's what he's seeing inside of. You go down. Go down.
Khan, Salakia, let me just.
Khan, you do it. Why? Because he's seen as a vagabond. That's why he's greatly despised. Why is it calling him small? Because you're always hearing these rumors about, keep going.
Is this
basically it? They're hiding it now. Mount Seir, you go over there, you'll find a lot of their architecture is similar to one Roman, two American. You'll find the Congress building inside of Mount Seir. Like, white people are the Edomites. Like, here's the sad thing. Jewish people call other white people spiritual Edomites. Khan, you could put it back to me. It's good. Because they ain't showing the ones I want. Khan. Okay. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high. This is talking about the so-called white man. This is talking about our oppressor. Our oppressor is deceived by his great power, right? Because he has pride, right? He thinks he can't be stopped. His pride is in his wealth, is in his power. His pride is in his ability to kill. His pride is in his belly. How dare I starve for God? What? No, I will sell my birthright in order to be filled. What are you talking about? That's illogical.
Right.
To our oppressor. Keep going. You got Obadiah or I'll keep going.
Come on, I'll have it, sir.
Okay, Khan.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 3.
Yeah.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock,
Right.
whose habitation is high,
Right.
that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yeah, he's a caveman. He's a caveman who's coming to power, right? And he doesn't think anyone can stop him. Keep going.
Come, verse 4. Thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
The symbol of Greece, the symbol of Rome, the symbol of Britain, the symbol of America, and a few other white countries is the
eagle.
Keep going.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
That's why there's always this what's called about a space race.
Right.
They try to what's called because they have the Chinese involved. That's really just a white Russian and American thing. What? Two white countries. Keep going.
Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Most High.
Yeah, they still get brought down though.
Right.
Right. Keep going.
Verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night.
If keep going.
How art thou cut off?
Keep going.
Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Right.
If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Some grapes? Meaning what? You're a complete thief. You're an animal. You give no regard for anyone else. Right? Keep going.
Verse 6.
Give me verse 10.
Slakia, if I may.
Khan.
How are the things of verse 6? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Is this talking about our archaeology, sir?
No.
In our records?
No. It's his hidden things, not ours. His hidden things are what? His treasures.
Salakia.
Khan.
What verse, sir?
Verse 10.
Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
No, your violence against the Chinese.
Against thy brother Jacob.
Your violence against the African.
Against thy brother Jacob.
Your violence against the Arab.
Against thy brother Jacob.
Keep going.
Shame shall cover thee.
Okay, that's the only people he cares about. Jacob. What the white man did to Jacob is a problem.
Right.
Right? Keep going. He did some disgusting things to other peoples, but he only cares about what he did to us. Khan.
Salakia, what is the shame? What is the shame?
Shame, coronavirus. America had the worst numbers. America did not want to listen. What is the shame? January 6th. You know the entire world saw January 6th, right?
Khan.
That's embarrassing. Khan.
Can the shame be also 9/11?
Yes.
Khan.
Y'all thought y'all was so big and bad in the earlier verse, right? Who shall bring me down? They brought 9/11 down.
Right.
They damn sure brought 9/11 down. Keep going.
Khan. And thou shalt be cut off forever.
Thou shalt be cut off forever. Keep going.
Verse 11. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces.
Right, keep going.
Who
are the strangers? Keep reading.
Salakia. And foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, and even thou What was as one of them.
Who are the strangers? Khan.
Israelites.
No. Who are the strangers? The strangers carried them away captive. Carried us away captive. Khan.
The strangers is talking about the other nations.
What specific nation?
Babylonians.
Right. The Babylonians. The Babylonians, right, came in to destroy our land, and then the Edomites cheered them on.
Right.
Right. And then when it was time to divide the land, they was down with it. Land that they said they did not want.
Right.
They did not care about. Right. Now give me verse 18.
I don't want card.
Give me verse 15.
I don't want card. Verse 15. For the day of the Most High is near upon all the heathen.
The day of the Most High is near upon all the heathen, right? Keep going.
As thou hast done.
As thou hast done.
It shall be done unto thee.
It's going to be done to you.
Right.
Right? So everything we say about white people, like, I don't know why you have a problem with it. That's what God said.
That's right.
This is what's going to happen to Edomites. Right? Keep going.
Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Now give me verse 18. Whatever you did to us, you'll get it back to us on your own head. Keep going.
Verse 18.
Meaning the top of your society will feel this.
Right.
Down to the bottom. Keep going.
Verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Right.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
And the house of Joseph a flame. Keep going.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
What is stubble? Stubble is like the leftovers from after you harvest corn. It's nothing, right? And you just burn it. And that's what it's calling us. We're going to burn them into nothing.
Right.
That's not said for any heathen race except for Esau.
Right.
Because no other heathen race went to the extent that Esau did. And there's a scripture that says that. I don't have it at the moment right now. Now, keep going.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of any remaining.
The Edomites are going to be extinctified. Keep going.
Of the house of Esau.
Of the house of Esau.
For the Most High have spoken it.
For God said it. God said there's going to be no more Edomites.
Right.
Right. Now drop that. Give me 2 Ezra 6 and 9, I want to say.
Come on, card.
Yeah, Khan, 6 and 9. Give me verse 8, actually.
Come on, card.
Khan, if anybody got any questions online, let me know. Okay, you got it?
Come on, card. 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 8. And he said unto me, for Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Right. Now you're going to get an understanding of why that event happened. Keep going.
Verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
Now here's what we're talking about. When Jacob and Esau were born, Esau was born first, and Jacob's hand grabbed hold of Esau's heel to pull him back in.
Right.
Because Jacob was trying to be first. That's what the whole fight was inside the womb. Who was going to be born first? Not realizing the Most High already decided the younger is actually the best one.
Right.
Keep going.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Now, this is a prophecy given to our people thousands of years afterwards, finally explaining why that was done. Esau is the end of the world. The last Gentile race to ever rule the planet will be the Edomites. What we're in right now, right? Keep going. And Jacob.
Salakia.
And Jacob.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Of it that followeth. He's the beginning. Everything after Esau's world is Jacob's. Right? And that's what you saw during the time of Christ. Our people started to see Esau was coming into power. during Greece, right? That's why you had the Maccabees, right? Alexander the Great was an Edomite, right? Now we're gonna get that. We're gonna drop that. We're about to end off in a bit. Give me Revelations, and we're gonna show you that the Edomites still exist. Not only that, but yeah, Khan. So we're clear. The serpent is real, and the serpent was Cain, right? Now let me get Revelations 18,
What verse, sir?
verse 1. Salakia. Not verse 1. Hold up. Salakia. Hold up. Maybe I did get it right. First off. What is that one that says? Give me 20.
Got a walk card.
No, Revelations 21.
Salakia, Revelations 21?
20 and 1.
20 and 1? Come on,
Yeah,
come on.
Khan. Salakia. That's my bad. Give me verse 2.
Got a walk card. Revelations chapter 20, verse 2.
Right.
And he laid hold on the dragon,
Right.
that old serpent.
That old what?
Serpent.
What?
Serpent.
Keep going.
Which is the devil.
The what?
Devil.
The liar.
Devil.
Keep going.
And Satan.
And what?
And Satan.
The deceiver. Keep going.
And bound him 1,000 years.
That 1,000 years was what we call the Dark Ages, right? He was bound away. He was locked up. But now he's back. He's free since the Renaissance, which is what? The rebirth of white culture. They literally call it the rebirth, right? Keep going.
Go on, come. Verse 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit.
And cast him into the bottomless pit. Keep going.
And shut him up.
Keep going.
And set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more.
How does he deceive the nations? We don't have to fear the Jews. We can do whatever we want to them. That's how he deceives the nations. Keep going.
Till the
Hold on 1 sec.
till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
Right.
And after that, he must be loosed a little season.
And he must be loosed a little season. Now you're seeing now this cat who we're talking about, this old serpent, which is called the devil and Satan, right? The cat we're dealing with, he's going to be loosed, right? He's an old serpent. Now give me 13, Revelations 13, verse 1. What's going on, sis?
So we had Black Wall Street, and when we had we was together, it was time for us to get back to slavery.
What do you mean?
No, when we was like owning stuff in Black Wall Street,
Right.
and when our time was up.
What do you mean our time was up?
On Black Wall Street.
Our time was up because we wasn't listening to the Most High.
Yeah, so now they time.
Well, no, that was still during their time. Black Wall Street was during their time. Yes. Our time was Solomon. We haven't been in charge since. Con. Keep going.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 1.
Yeah, Con, verse 1.
And I stood upon the
Wait, Salakia, 12 and 1. Salakia, that's my bad.
Come on, come.
All right. Give me verse 2. Wait, hold up. Yeah, verse 3.
Got one card.
Con.
Revelations chapter 12, verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, And
Right.
behold, a
Salaki, give me verse 2.
come on, card.
I'm sorry. Give me start at verse 1.
Come on, card.
Right.
Revelations chapter 12, verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven,
Right.
a woman clothed with the sun,
A woman clothed with the sun. Right.
and the moon under her feet,
Right.
and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
So this woman is Israel. Right. Keep going.
Verse 2. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth, in pain to be delivered.
What does that mean? What is she with child? Remember, this is spiritual. What is the child? The woman is Israel. And this is the struggle that we're in today specifically. Khan.
It's,
So you said that is Solomon Day?
Well, we're trying to answer this, sis. Khan, you got to answer or? Khan. Continue. What you going to say?
you said this is spiritual. Is this talking about
What does the baby represent?
Salakia,
What does the baby represent?
the baby?
Yes. The woman is Israel. So what is the baby? What is the child?
Does that mean us being the youngest nation on earth?
No.
Salakia, I don't know this one.
You're not sure?
La.
The Spirit of Christ. Israel's trying to give birth to the Spirit of Christ. That's what this is talking about. You're familiar with this breakdown or la?
La.
Keep going.
God. Verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon.
A great what?
Red dragon.
A great what?
Red dragon.
No, black.
Red dragon.
Green.
Red dragon.
Why is the dragon red? Sure. Khan.
Because this is the oppressor.
Right. And if you didn't know Hebrew, would you be able to easily recognize that? Huh? Think about it. What's his national name?
No,
No,
Salakia.
No. Which
Uh-huh.
one? Adawam.
Khan.
What does that mean? No. What does Adawam mean?
Wasted away is he?
No, that's Ishua. What does Adawam mean? What does Edom mean?
Damn. We just went over this Saturday. No?
We went over this before a few times.
Salakia, you said Salakia?
Adawam or Edom. What does Edom translate to? Adawam. Red.
Khan.
Read that again.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon.
This is why it's important to know the Hebrew.
Khan, red, Salakia.
Because you won't be able to understand half the Bible otherwise. Keep going.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Right, and the 7 heads and 10 horns is the governments or principalities that come out of this dragon. Right? Keep going.
And 7 crowns upon his head.
Right, keep going.
Verse 4. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered,
Right.
for to devour her child as soon as it was born.
To devour her child as soon as it was born. Keep going.
Verse 5. And she brought forth a man child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron.
It
And
was
her
to rule all nations with a what?
rod of iron.
With a what?
Rod of iron.
That's talking about Christ
God.
and the men that follow behind him. We will rule the nations with a rod of iron. Okay.
Salakia, is this a prophecy of Christ being born?
No, this is a prophecy about what happened on the spiritual level. and what will happen. Drop down, give me verse 9, and we're going to prove that this is talking about our oppressor. Keep going.
Verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out,
Right,
that old serpent called the devil and
right.
Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
Which deceiveth the whole world, right? Keep going.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him.
We're cast out with him. Keep going. So now the angels going to be on the earth. What happened to them being in the lake of fire? Right?
God.
Christians don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't know the Bible. Revelations is supposed to be the end. Khan.
Salakia, those filthy, disgusting Mormons, do they use the scripture to say that damn, how can I put it? Do they use this scripture to say that the reason why Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians have this brown skin color, so-called black, is because we was cast out? I don't know if they use this.
Well, no, they use Ham. Mormons, I believe, still use Ham.
God.
Which is so dumb because that's a whole other breakdown.
God, sir. Salakia. Verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power.
Right.
And the power of Mashiach.
Right.
For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
Right. Now, what you mean? What does that mean? Meaning what? He finally got rid of our oppressor. A day is coming where we will succeed against him. We will defeat him. That's why he exists. And give me Romans. This will be the last scripture, I believe. Romans 9:1. Actually, give me start at verse 3, I think.
Romans 9:3, sir.
Khan.
Come on. Romans.
Oh, 40. We got like 5 minutes.
Romans chapter 9, verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach for my brethren,
Right.
my kinsmen,
Right.
according to the flesh.
So this is Paul right here saying that he's wishing that he could be cut off so that his brothers can have Christ, that his brothers can have repentance. Keep going.
Verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Notice it says nothing about the Edomites. Keep going.
To whom pertaineth the adoption?
We are the only ones who can be called the children of God. Why? Because when the Edomite had that right, he rejected it.
God.
Keep going.
And the glory.
And the glory. God's glory only belongs to us. Keep going.
And the covenant.
The contract that was made supposed to go to Esau goes to us. Keep going.
And the giving of the law.
We're the only people God gave the law to. Keep going.
And the service of the Most High.
We're the only ones who are meant to serve God. Right? Keep going. We're the only ones punished for these things. Keep going.
And the promises.
The promise that we would rule the earth. Esau was supposed to have that. Esau gave it up.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 5. Whose are the fathers? And of whom, as concerning the flesh of Mashiach came, who is over all, Most High blessed forever. Amen.
Meaning what? He's blessed forever. Meaning what? Christ only came for us.
Right.
Christ only came for the Israelites. It's blatantly here.
Come.
Give me verse 10.
Come. Verse 10. And not only this,
right?
But when Rebekah also had conceived by one,
right?
Even by our father Isaac.
Right, keep going.
Verse 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil,
right?
That the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand.
purpose of the Most High according to election might stand. Keep going.
Not of works.
Not of works, meaning there's nothing Esau or Jacob did, right? Nothing us or they did. Keep
Right.
going.
But of him that calleth.
But of him that calleth. The Most High is the one who made this decision. Keep
Right.
going.
Verse 12. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
The elder shall serve the younger. So that's how God wanted it. Keep going.
Verse 13. As it is written.
As it is written, meaning this is already established. I don't understand why I have to go back and explain this again. Keep going.
Right. Jacob have I loved.
Jacob I loved, right? I loved Jacob. And as I said before, this is talking about the race. You can go to Malachi where it's written, and you can clearly see he's talking about the race. Keep going.
But Esau
But Esau, keep going.
have I hated.
Esau's hated.
Right.
God hates the Edomites.
That's right.
There's no way to get about this. Only way to really get around it is to lie to yourself and say they don't exist anymore.
Right.
But if that's the case, you know that basically means we're in the kingdom already.
Right.
And you can't prove that. So the Edomites have to exist, and I'm gonna prove it. Keep going.
Verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? Most High forbid.
Is God wrong for what he did? God forbid. Hell no. Keep going.
Verse 15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
For time's sake, that's my prerogative. I get to say whether I give forgiveness or not. Keep
Right.
going.
Verse 16. So then, is it not of him that willeth,
It is not of him that willeth. Whatever you do means nothing. Keep going.
nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy?
Nothing you do can make the Most High show you mercy.
Right.
He might show this brother mercy when he did nothing, and you could try everything in the world and you'll never get mercy. Keep going.
Verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh,
Right?
Even-
Why is he bringing up Pharaoh when talking about Esau? Khan.
because the same thing the Most High did to Pharaoh, which brought Pharaoh down, he's going to do to Esau in his kingdom.
And give me a little more. See if you can bring it home. We brought it out earlier. Spiritually.
Which was spiritually called Egypt and Sodom.
Right.
America basically runs their empire just like how Egypt did.
Yeah, and this is what's going to happen to them. Read.
Even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee,
Right.
and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
This is why Egypt existed and became a world superpower.
Right.
This is why people still study them today. So God could destroy them and be a lesson to the entire planet. This is what I do when you mess with my people.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 18. Therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will hardeneth.
Right.
Verse 19.
Now drop that. Give me 22.
Verse 22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering,
With what?
endured with much long suffering,
What is much long suffering? Khan.
meaning that basically like he gave time for Esau to change.
No, there was no time for him to change. You always wanted to destroy him.
Well, Salakia, I said that wrong.
Long.
And endured with much suffering, meaning that he Salakia, in the scriptures it tells you, if I may, the Most High takes no pleasure in the death of Esau. I mean, Salakia, the scripture says that the Most High takes no pleasure in the death of his children. I'm paraphrasing. So, in other words, all that destruction that Esau was putting on us, the Most High, he's waiting patient till the day that he can destroy Esau.
Basically, you're right. Endured with much long suffering the vessels of keep going with much long suffering. Suffering means to allow. I allowed everything, every stupid thing you did on earth.
Right.
I allowed everything. Keep going.
Endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
What does it mean, fitted to destruction? What does fit mean? Khan.
He's like just the right. He's just the right person to destroy. Like,
No, he's fitted to destruction. What does it mean, fitted?
oh,
Khan.
he was made.
He was made to be destroyed.
God.
I created you, and now it's time to fulfill your purpose. Right? Keep going.
Verse 23. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy.
On the vessels of who?
Mercy.
Keep going.
Which he had afore prepared unto glory.
Salakia, these will be the last. These will be the last ones. Isaiah 14 and give me verse 1. Try to be a little quick about it. You already know. Ezekiel, Isaiah 14 and 1 real quick.
Sir.
I'll get that. We out of here. For those that don't know, Calvin Nazariak is on Hassan Campbell's page, better known as Poppy. If brothers want to check it out, that's going on right now. We about to end off so we can catch the, I guess, middle. I'm not sure how long they're doing it for, but they've been up for about an hour, supposedly. All right. Khan, what's up? What did who look like? What does?
I have a guy in my family that looks like his name is Poppy. What do you look like?
He's Spanish. Copy. Keep going.
Isaiah chapter 14 verse 1. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob.
The Most High will have what?
Mercy on Jacob.
This is talking about the destruction of Esau, right? Keep going. He will have mercy on Jacob. Keep going.
And will yet choose Israel.
And will yet choose who?
Israel.
Jacob have I loved. Keep going.
And set them in their own land.
Keep going.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Right, keep going.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Keep going.
Verse 2.
Jacob have I loved, right? Keep going.
And the people shall take them and
right.
bring them to their place.
Right.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for servants and handmaids.
Right.
And they shall take them captives,
right.
whose captives they were.
And this is what's going to happen to Esau. He shall be a captive, whose captive he was. Right? Keep going.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And they're going to rule over their oppressors. That's in the scriptures.
Right.
Now we're going to drop that. We'll give me verse 21.
Verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. You will die for the stupid mistakes your father made. To anybody who says, oh, that's only talking about Esau. Esau's stupid mistakes run through his children.
Right.
Keep going.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Then this new society that we're creating, Edomites will not be allowed to have land. Keep going. Verse
22. For I will rise up against them, saith the Most High of hosts.
Most High of armies, right? He's letting you know, I'm the man of military, and I'm going to put an end to these people. Read on.
And cut off from Babylon the name.
Who?
Babylon.
From who?
Babylon.
This is what he did. Who knows about Babylon today? When's the last time you heard Babylon doing anything inside of CNN? Does Babylon even exist as a power anymore? This is what he did to Babylon. This is what he's going to do to our oppressor. Keep going.
And cut off from Babylon the name.
The what?
The name.
Keep going.
And remnant.
Keep going.
And son.
And what?
And son.
And what?
And son.
Keep going.
And nephew.
Keep going.
Saith the Most High.
And that's what's going to happen to our oppressor.
That's right.
That's the end of the struggle. Right? That is the entirety of our history with our oppressor. It is going to end with his extinction. And I'm not going to do anything. The Most High is. Right. The Lord of armies is going to make sure this happens.
God.
And with that, I pass the class over to Priest and Officer Shaw.
Clap it up for the class.